Fish. Fish. I think it's a little better too. Nice fish. Nice fish. Nice fish. Super nice. What is going on, guys, and welcome to another episode of All Mouth Bassing. So for this video, I recently went and picked up this awesome new setup at a local tackle shop. It is the 13 Fishing Radioactive Pickle spinning rod paired up with the 13 Fishing Kalon Blackout spinning reel. Just an absolutely awesome looking setup. I have mega high hopes for it. So without too much more to say about that, let's get it out and see what it can do. Okay guys, I am out on the kayak at a local pond today, and my goal for the day is to test out this 13 fishing setup. I've had my eye on this setup for quite a while now. It's the 7'1" medium fast radioactive pickle rod paired with a blackout reel. The reel is a 5-to-1 ratio, and I've got pretty high hopes for this setup. The drag feels real nice and smooth. The reel is extremely smooth. The rod feels super nice. I've had good luck with 13 fishing products in the past, so super high hopes. This setup looks awesome, and I'm hoping to catch some nice bass with it. Since things happen a lot different down here in the south, the bass are actually already schooling up chasing bait. So I decided to tie on this Z-Man curly tail streaks in the color Bad Shad. I've just got it Texas rigged with a 3/0 wide gap hook, which is about as big of a hook as you could get away with on these, and a 1/8 ounce bullet weight. Gonna send it out there and hopefully I could get a bass or two to hit it. I've thrown these Z-Man curl tails on belly weighted hooks before, and the action is amazing on them, but I've never thrown one on a Texas rig, and I'm really not crazy about the action on the Texas rig. It's got way too much body roll and it just looks awkward, so I think I'm actually going to switch this out for something else. Alright guys, I left that same Texas rig setup on. I just switched out the plastics, and I decided to switch to this power bait power swimmer in the color Silver Flash. Hopefully we have a little better luck with this. I already know these act pretty decent on a Texas rig. Send it out there and see how it goes. Fish. Not big or anything, but heck yeah guys, first bass with the new setup. It's fighting like heck. Pretty decent little guy. Well, not really, it's a dink, but still happy with it. Okay guys, first catch with the new setup. Only took a couple casts with that power swimmer, so I'd say that bait switch was a good call. Pretty neat. Let's get this little dude swimming again. All right, that little bass gave me at least a little confidence in this bait for the morning. Let's get it back out there and see if we can get something a little bit bigger. Another fish, maybe slightly bigger. It's pulling hard. The first one was pulling hard too though, and it was not big. Yeah, just slightly bigger. Getting a little bigger anyway. That's all we can ask. Well, this one's probably just a little over a pound, but still a good bit bigger than that first one. Pretty happy with this catch. Hopefully we could get something at least 2 pounds or so, hopefully bigger. But anyway, cool little catch. Let's get it back. Well guys, so far this setup is handling awesome. We're still on the hunt for something a little bigger with it, but I know there's some in here, so can't count us out just yet. Let's send this power swimmer back out there and see what else wants it. Well, unfortunately, it's getting pretty late in the morning and pretty hot out already, and the moving bait bite seems to have died down quite a bit. So I decided to switch it up to a bottom bait, and I threw on this power bait mantis craw in the color Okeechobee craw. The water in here is just a bit stained but fairly clear, so this should be a pretty solid color choice for in here. I'm gonna go ahead and send this around, and hopefully we have a little bit better luck with this. Maybe a big one will want it. Decent fish. All right, that's a little closer to what we're looking for. Pretty decent little bass. I'd say at least a good 1.5 pounds, maybe a bit bigger. Not too bad. Let's get this dude back in the water. Well, it took a few casts, but that was easily the best bass of the day with the mantis craw, so let's get this back out there and see if we can catch another decent one or two with it. No way. That fish bit right when it landed, and I didn't even know I had a fish on because I was also kind of hung up on a snag. It's actually a halfway decent one. It's just a tiny bit smaller than that last one. No giants yet or anything, but a couple halfway decent ones at least, and the setup has handled them all perfectly so far. Let's get it back in the water. Well guys, it is the next morning now, and I'm back out with the new 13 fishing setup, except I'm at a different pond this morning. I've been here a couple times and had some real good luck. The water clarity is pretty similar to how it was in the pond I was at yesterday, so I'm gonna start off with this Okeechobee craw colored mantis craw by Power Bait, the same one I was throwing yesterday, and we'll see if I can get a few bites in here with it. Well guys, two things real quick. First of all, I just realized halfway into this video, I've been calling this bait the wrong name this whole time. It's actually a mantis bug, not a mantis craw. And also, I just drug that around for quite a while. I was thinking dragging around a creature bait was gonna be the move in here this morning, but I haven't had a single bite so far this morning, so I think I'm gonna switch baits and try something different now. Well, it's already pretty late in the morning now, but I'm still seeing a surprising amount of bass chasing bait fish out there. So I decided to switch to this 13 fishing scamp, just a nice little square bill. Gonna send this out there and hopefully something will think it's a bait fish and grab it. Nice fish, nice fish. Super nice. Well, I'm in the kayak, so it might be a little smaller than I'm thinking, but it's not a bad fish at all. Oh yeah, that's a good one, guys. Oh, it's a huge tilapia. Wow. I was obviously expecting a bass, so a bit of a disappointment, but still a pretty cool catch. This thing's a giant. Oh my gosh. Man, what a giant tilapia. Easily one of my biggest ever. I don't have a scale or anything. Kind of wish I do, because it would be neat to see how much it weighs. But anyway, this one's so big. A lot of times I don't keep tilapia because they really aren't my favorite fish to eat. But this one's so big, they do compete with bass, and I really don't want it in here eating bass eggs and stuff, especially with the spawn coming up in a few months. So I think I'm gonna hang on to this one and not release it. Well guys, it is a couple days later now, and I'm back out with my new 13 fishing setup. I'm back at the same spot, but I'm just gonna bank fish today because it's a little bit windy and the forecast was calling for a bit of weather, so decided to leave the kayak home. But I'm gonna try this spot out again, see if we have a little better luck with the bass today. I'm gonna start out with a bait I have a little bit more confidence in. I've caught a ton of bass with this bait in this exact color. It's just a Yum Christie craw in black and blue. So like I said, I've had super good luck with this in the past. Hopefully I have good luck with it today. I'm gonna send it out there and see what we could get. No way. That's crazy, guys. That's not how I expected to catch one on the Christie Craw this morning. I was swimming it in because I didn't like the cast. It's not a big one or anything, but it hammered it. That was pretty neat. Crazy hook set too. All right, pretty neat little catch, guys. Hopefully we could get on one a little bit bigger here, but I'm happy with it. Let's put it back. Well, that was just about the last cast I would have expected to catch one on today, but pretty neat. Can't complain about that. Let's get the Christie Craw back out there and see if we could get one a little bit bigger at least. I think I just got bumped. Fish. I think it's a little better too. Yeah, it's a better fish. Oh yeah, it's a fat bass. Oh, the net. All right, guys, this is a little closer to what we're looking for. It's not a giant or anything, but definitely a better one. Whew. Oh, what? No, 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 no. Oh, what? Well, guys, that really sucks. That super nice bass just spit me, because that was the best bass we hooked up with yet this video, and I really needed that one. Fish. There we go. All right, that's a little bit better. Not a bad one. Let's go, guys. That is a little closer to the quality we're after. Probably about at least 2 pounds. I'd say maybe even a little bit bigger. Well, that was about as awesome as it gets, guys. I was kind of struggling over at the first pond. I walked over to this second pond. first cast over here, and this guy hammered the Christy craw. Obviously not the biggest bass ever or anything, but at least kind of showcases what that setup is capable of. Not a bad one at all. Beautiful largie, real nice and healthy. Real happy with this fish. Let's get it swimming again. I just got bumped. I think I got a fish. That might be a good one. That's a decent fish, guys. Might be better than the last one. It's not small. Don't spit me. Don't spit me. Yes. All right. Woo! Probably just about the exact same size as that last one, honestly, guys. Let's go. All right, guys, this bass actually hit the Christy craw with the old Throat Goat Classics, so we had to do a little bit of surgery, but we got it done without a drop of blood. This fish is doing good, nice and healthy. What a beautiful bass too. I think it's just a tiny bit longer than the other one, but just a tiny bit less girthy. So another nice fish, right around the same size. Let's get it back in the water. Well, all right, guys, after fishing with this new setup for a few days, I can honestly say I am pretty impressed with it. So first of all, I typically throw a 6'6" setup, so I'm used to throwing a shorter setup. This is a 7'1", so it is a bit longer than what I'm used to, and it took me a little while to get dialed in with it, but once I did, we were dialed and we were getting on the fish. Those first 2 days were a bit of a struggle. I ended up just catching a couple dinks that first day, and then the second day we only got that one. I mean, it was a real nice tilapia, but it was a tilapia and I would have much rather had a bass. So that third day though went amazing. We got that one dink first and then those two beautiful bass after that, and lost that one really nice one. Losing that awesome bass was my fault, unfortunately. I should have just bank flipped it in and kept the rod tip low, but I decided I was going to try to net it, and when I did, I high sticked it a little to try to get the bass higher in the water column so I could get it in the net, and it jumped and it spit me. So that was entirely my fault. It had nothing to really do with the setup. But as far as the setup itself goes, I thought everything about it was pretty great. First of all, I love the styling. The color scheme is awesome. I really like this neon green and black. It's just a really beautiful setup. Pairs really nicely with the reel too. It's a really awesome rod. It's got good sensitivity, but it's also got some nice strong backbone, good for those hook sets. I thought the reel was really nice. The reel has a really good drag system. It's a really responsive drag system. When you turn it back and forth, it's got a real nice satisfying click to it. The reel itself spins and reels very smooth. Just couldn't ask for a better reel. Really couldn't ask for a better rod either. I just was very impressed and very, very happy with this setup. I'd give it a solid 10 out of 10. I would buy this again for the deal I got on it just all day. So real happy with this setup. And yeah, if you guys like this video, if you guys like the setup, please go ahead, hit like on this video. It really helps me out, really helps me get boosted in that algorithm, gets me out there in front of more eyes, and helps my channel out a lot. So I appreciate that, those likes, those subscriptions, anything you guys give me, I really appreciate those. And that's about all I got to say about it. So thanks again for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one, and I'll see you on the water.